Hey guys, it's Vernie here. Another Tuesday, another Vault video. This is War Within Season 3, Week 4. And we've got the same three characters as normal. Got a little bit done on the Paladin this week. A little more than we had last week. And we also did some on the Mistweaver. Honestly, the only reason I did anything on the Mistweaver was to get the Raid Renown buff. I did like 2 Wings of LFR that gave me the reputation I needed because last week the buff was 3% damage and healing. So obviously wanted to do that prior to Mythic progression. So on Tuesday night I just slammed out some LFR. Really engaging content. We love LFR. A lot of interesting people or players in the LFR setting. Anyway, so the Paladin, we of course did all of our keys, so we'll have full Myth dungeon slots. In terms of raid, we were in for 2 bosses. We did kill Forge Weaver, so we will have access to the first 4 bosses on Mythic. We only killed 2 because we were benched for a good portion of last week, just because we have like 6 healers right now, so not all the healers are seeing a lot of play. But we will have 1 Myth raid slot, 2 hero raid slots, and I think we have options for loot from the first 4 because we did kill Forge Weaver. So that's going to give us Plexus Sentinel, Lumathar, Soulbinder, and Forge Weaver. Now, what are we hoping for? I guess an antenna. An antenna would be disgusting. We would love to see that. Barring that, it's not a whole lot. Why do I have that equipped? Why do I have that meme trinket equipped? I guess other than that, we would be hoping for Myth chest, Myth legs, or we would also take the Myth gloves from I think it's Floodgate has our Biss off piece. Trinkets? Do we care about dungeon trinkets? I know they're good. I guess generally speaking, a Myth anything is better than like Hero Solias, right? I guess if we got like a Myth Solias or Empowering Crystal, we would take either of those. I don't really know what else. Sackbrood is okay. The one from Ecodome is also okay, as Sikaran, whatever. We also did Tazavesh hard mode deathless, so that was kind of cool. Flawless transaction. We got Mythic Boots, which sucked. In fact, most of our group got Boots, Bracers, or Belt, which are terrible. If you do Tazavesh deathless hard mode, you get 1 Myth piece from like an extra bonus chest at the end. So, it was nice to say we did it. The loot sucked. Okay. I think we have to open as holy just because some of these trinkets are holy only. So hopefully we don't dud and get like awful trinkets, but let's see. Okay. Some good options, actually. Some really good options. So, Myth or Hero Shoulders, Hero Sword we won't be taking. This is a meme trinket from Tazavesh Streets. I don't think I've seen anyone use it. I have to imagine it's garbage. Myth Chest at 714. That's interesting. Myth Solias with speed. Oh! And a Myth Asakaran. Okay, that's tough. These are both like the exact same. I think they're both like the exact same on QE Live. If we just take a look at it, yeah, I mean like they're right on top of each other. Technically, Asakaran slightly edges it out. But it's got speed on it. Like, how often do you get trinkets with a tertiary? We would have loved Leech, but speed is good. I mean, what other trinkets are we hoping to get? Antenna? I guess, in theory, Nexus King's Command from Mythic Nexus King would be better. But we won't have that for a while. This is kind of tough. Oh, and I need to screenshot this too. I'm sorry. I'm going to interrupt this to screenshot this for my guild to look at. We're supposed to be posting our loot. I really want the Solias because of the speed. Oh man, that is a tough choice. I actually, I don't know. But also the myth chest is good, but I think we can get a chest. I'm not super worried about the chest. How good is... Because this trinket, is this trinket int only, the Azakaran? We'll just call it the Parapodia. We're not saying Azakaran anymore. Parapodia. I think it's int only. So the Solias would actually be decent. It's not like amazing. Solias is not good for ret. I don't think it's especially good for prot, but it's okay. Like, it's a stat stick. It's myth, right? I think you'd prefer like a myth ceaseless ire or tome, but oh man. But this is, I mean, according to The Sims, this is technically better. How much better is it though? It's like 5% better. Man, I feel like we should skip the Solias. As much as I don't want to do that, I want to take the Solias, but I feel like I should skip it in favor of, my main spec. As much as I play other stuff outside of Holy, I think I have to gear for what I do in Raid, which is healing. Let's just take a look. I'm just glancing at some stuff. It's interesting that like Wowhead rates it extremely low. QE Live has it number 2. What does the Paladin Discord say? Paladin Discord doesn't even list it. And the Paladin Discord has been more up to date with trinkets. How does QE Live rate it so highly? Oh, I had dungeon selected. That's why. I was like, that makes no sense. Okay. So we made a mistake. This is why you double check before you take things. We had dungeon selected. It's obviously better in a dungeon environment. When you select for raid, it is very low. And primarily, we're raid healing. So we're going to take Solias. Taking Solias with speed. Which we are very happy about that. That's pretty sick. That's a sick pickup. We're very happy with the trinket this early. I feel like I haven't been super lucky on the main with trinkets. Past seasons, I've had my alts get trinkets early, but almost never the main, so we're very happy with that. Alright, next is the Evoker. Did we do any raid last week? I don't think we did. We should have, but we were kind of lazy. We did do some keys. We got a bunch of 10s done. I think we've got at least 2 dungeon slots. Myth dungeon slots, so we'll have at least some choices. This character did end up with 4-piece this week, so the Evoker is looking pretty good. Item level 700. I do regret a little bit taking this Meryldar's Toll, but, we're stuck with it now. We did get an Empowering Crystal from one of the dungeons we did. Crafted a weapon. So really, our jewelry is the worst items we have now. And we'll obviously craft bracers next week when we get our Spark. Or is that this week? It might be this week. Oh, it's this week. So this week we'll craft, hero bracers with the writhing armor band on it for our embellishment. So I guess we're just hoping for myth tier that's not gloves. So, and we don't replace the belt, I don't think. I think Prez does, but Dev doesn't. So we're hoping for myth, chest, helm, shoulders, legs, or another trinket. Not Meryldar's Toll. So let's see. What can we get? Dude, come on. Are you serious, man? What is it with myth boots, bro? I mean, we don't have the raid boots, so I guess we'll take these, but... Is there a world where we take the myth bracers and craft something else? We could move around our tier. ultimately, you want the boots from Soul Hunters. And I know I can get them. I know I can easily get into a raid and potentially win them. So I kind of don't want to take the boots. This is the only problem with having, locked slots, is that you can't necessarily take things from your vault, which is pretty... doesn't feel great. But Writhing Armor Band can only go on armor. It can't go on jewelry for some reason. Okay, this might be, dumb play number 2 for the Evoker. I think we're going to take the bracers, assuming we'll get boots eventually. And then we're going to move our craft to our off piece. Whatever tier piece we end up not using. I don't actually know for Evoker. It might be chest. So tentatively we will craft a chest. And that's where we're going to put our Writhing Armor Band, which that doesn't feel great, but we're locked in now. I don't want to take boots because the raid boots are just BIS. You just want the raid boots. Yay, cantrip items. Woohoo! They feel so good when you have them and awful when you don't. Because then effectively boots are just complete garbage. Like wastes right now, up to myth level, they feel awful because you have the delve belt. So, some give and take there. Anyway, priest. Priest, we did a full heroic clear, I believe. Did we do Dimensius in the priest? Maybe we didn't. I know we killed up to at least Salad Bar. So we will have a full... No, maybe we only did 5 bosses. I think we skipped some. So we're going to have 2 hero raid bosses, or raid slots, and did we do 8 keys or only 4 keys? Maybe we only did 4 keys. We'll have 2 myth dungeon slots, I think. Actually, yeah, we only did 4 last week. Okay, lazy. We're lazy. Anyway, weapon got crafted. We have 2 max myth tier pieces, 704 item level. Missing a trinket. Again, missing jewelry. Jewelry seems to be a pain point for a lot of characters. This is going to get upgraded to a hero piece this week. I think we've got our free crest from the raid quest. So if you do the whole campaign and then go kill Dimensius, even on story mode, you get a free runed ethereal crest, which you can use to craft a free hero piece, which is 704. So this will go up, 23 item levels. Pretty nice. What are we hoping for? I guess a trinket, helm, shoulders, legs would be the biggest pieces. I think we open a shadow. There's nothing healing specific that we need. So we'll go ahead and open a shadow. Void core would be good. Sack brood, empowering crystal. Ooh. Not Harvester's Edict, but the Azakaran. Again with this trinket. Oh, I didn't realize it's damaging spells. It doesn't count healing. Champion legs, hero offhand, that's our embellishment slot, and a hero helm. I mean, we might just be taking the Azakaran as like a meme trinket, even if it's not good in raid. Let's just glance at it real quick. Where's QE Live? We'll look at disc. It might actually be good for disc because disc actually does damage. It is quite good for disc. Hey, that's good for the healing side. What about Holy in raid? I bet you it is not good. Yeah, it's awful in raid. I mean, it's still a myth trinket, and it's better than Harvester's Edict. Harvester's Edict is terrible. I think Harvester's Edict might actually be the worst trinket this season. What about Shadow? If it's good for Shadow, we're taking it. Because we play Shadow like an okay bit. And it's just my ult, so... It's like 5th for single target? What about an AoE? It's number 3 in AoE. I mean, we have to take it. I think we have to take the trinket. We already have 6 tokens. We're never taking a token. We're not taking Harvester's Edict. I think we just have to take this. I mean, sure. It's a large item level upgrade. It's not great for Holy. But who cares, right? It's our ult. Splits are kind of over. So we can do a little bit more flex gearing. And I guess we'll also do the monk real quick. Sorry, I've been blathering a lot this episode just because there's been a lot of choices. I think we spent like 10 minutes alone on the Paladin. Just because we weren't sure where to go. And the monk, we're gonna have 3 raid slots, but it's gonna be LFR, so it's veteran tier, which is like 660 something. Item level is pretty bad. I think it's actually lower than our current gear that we walked into the season with. I think we had mostly 680 something. I guess shoulders. We could get shoulders or gloves that would be direct upgrades right now. But yeah, some of these are 680 already. We do have 2-piece. Somehow we managed to scrape together 2-piece out of random vaults. So we'll just go ahead and see what we get. I'm not really expecting anything. We'll open his Mistweaver, for int stuff. Might just be a socket. Shoulders! Hey, dude, see? Ask and you shall receive. This character is blessed for tier. Even though it's veteran, it is a direct upgrade right now, and it gives me 3-piece. I think we just take it. I mean, veteran offhand, no. Veteran offhand, no. Yeah. So it's either take tier or take a socket. I think we're just taking tier. And then, if we get any piece from dungeons, we can catalyze 4-piece. If we get helm or gloves or legs. So, cool. Not bad. Not a bad set of vaults, honestly. We were very happy to see some trinkets. All the characters got to see some trinkets. That was very nice. Anyway, that's going to be it from me. Feel free to check us out on Twitch, twitch.tv/Veronix. We'll be streaming Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday this week. I think we're doing a re-clear of Mythic tonight into Soul Hunter's progression, and then hopefully we kill that and make our way to Mythic Salad Bar. So, hopefully you guys had some good vaults, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace.